I'm back in line at the car dealer for the third time in a week, because while they did many things to my car, they have yet to fix the thing that I came for. And I can't drive this car. It's a problem. It involves the coolant, which is leaking. Although they did not find a leak, there's definitely a leak. It is going somewhere. It's not just evaporating into thin air, or if it is, then that's a major problem. I don't know what that's about, but no, the coolant is leaking somewhere, which, if you know anything about cars, is bad for many reasons. One of which is, like, your car could overheat, and you know, when a car overheats, bad things happen. Or it's causing damage, which is worse because I have already spent way too much money, and it's just, you know, it's life. Don't grow up, children. It's very expensive. Basically, I have a lot of debt now because of a plane passing. Everything that happened with the vet, and now this car situation that came right on the heels of it. So my credit card company is enjoying my money. We'll see. I have at least another 10 minutes to go before this place opens up. And by the time I got here, there was already a line. I came in an hour early this weekend, and there was a line. And that was like following the day after I had picked up the car, when they returned it to me with a glitch, like a problem in the installation of one of the things I did. But the original problem is still not solved. So I came back Saturday. Sunday they were closed. I was hoping that the smell was just leftover smell, but it's just getting worse. It's obviously the coolant. It's going down in the tank again, and that's not normal. So I need to get this figured out. So I'm back here, and I'm probably going to be here all day, and I basically brought all my stuff so I could camp out and work from here because I have no one to take me home for a number of complicated life reasons. There's nobody who can pick me up and take me home, and I'm hoping this will not be a drop off and pick it up tomorrow, but maybe a few hours and take it away. Fingers crossed. Probably gonna spend more money. Hey, yikes. Well, that was useless, or at least temporarily useless. I saw the guy who saw my car on Saturday, and he says that they can't do anything today because the guy who does it isn't in until Thursday, which is complicated as hell for numerous reasons, work-wise and family-wise, because I've got to deal with some of my mom's issues on Thursday. Anyhow, nothing got resolved. I am still dealing with car troubles. He believes it is a Freon leak. I have questions because why did my coolant run out? I mean, I've looked stuff up online. There's a bunch of different reasons. Sometimes they can be related, but I don't know. I don't 100% know that it is a Freon leak. I still think that there's something wrong. I mean, I would love it if it wasn't wrong, but I don't know. This is just, it's overwhelming dealing with this thing and everything else right now, and going back and forth to the dealers and not getting the thing fixed and spending money. I am glad that I can work from home. That is an option that I am so thankful to have, because I can't get to work. My job is too far away to safely get there with this whole situation. And whether it is Freon or the coolant or whatever, the smell is really bad. I should not be breathing that in. It definitely gives me a headache, and I already suffer from enough migraines. I don't need to get knocked out because I'm smelling toxic fumes. So I will be working from home today. I do have to go into the office tomorrow, so I will be making the drive for that. But as if I can manage to not have to go to the office until this is done, I will, which will be interesting because on Thursday I have a meeting that I have to host. And I may be hosting that from the dealers if it, just if the cards fall that way. So that's my current situation. Fun times. Pi, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué pasa, Fig? ¿Qué es eso? You have a little motor.
Los ojos lo tiene. Ay, la pastilla, espérate. La pastilla se me había olvidado, claritín. Hasta dárselo seguido por unos días hasta que ver si ya.
We don't feel like doing anything. It's been one of those weeks. Yep. She agrees. She also woke me up at like 4:30 this morning, so that's why we have no energy whatsoever. It's now like 10 a.m. on Sunday. So a lot is missing from this vlog, but it's fine. Mostly just was heart issues. And a lot of rain. It's been raining So yeah, car issues reign, and not wanting to do anything is the general vibe of this week. And what has happened? I really do need to get out of bed though and start doing something. How about you? No? Back in the office. My door is open, but nobody's around, and we'll just do that. I have mask lines all over my face. It's the first time back in the office in a week since I had to do a presentation. I'm still dealing with car issues. I don't quite trust my car because the situation persists, and I am suspicious of what is causing the problem. But we're here because I am behind. Thanksgiving is around the corner, and I need to catch up on stuff before we go on holiday. So I'm alone. I'm the only one holding down the fort today, in my department at least. So I'm going to focus. We're going to concentrate. We're going to be productive. We're going to get it done and submit all the stuff I have to submit before my Monday deadline for this project I'm working on. So that is the plan. It's going to happen. It's also very warm in my office because it hasn't been opened in a few days. And it gets hot in here whenever I'm not around. So we're dealing. Really hoping that the car situation is not a situation and that I'm just worrying about nothing and that it slowly resolves itself and it's just leftover smells. But I have my doubts. So I'm gonna do this and hope that the drive home is not 2 hours long, because that's unpleasant. So let's get to work. I don't know what this vlog is going to look like. It's kind of a hot mess all over the place, but that's kind of what my life has been like during the entire month of November. It's just been one thing after another. I've had all kinds of stuff just go wrong. And everyone's dealing with their own stuff. You know, this is just the stuff I'm dealing with right now. But it seems that, you know, the month started off kind of on a low note and has only gone lower. After Oreo passed away, things started just like cycling down with my life at home, a little bit at work. Stuff has been wrong with my car. Still don't know what's wrong with my car. I've taken it in 4 times already and they have fixed things but still haven't fixed whatever it is that's actually causing the weird, and by weird I mean like concerning smell. Like the smell is not normal and I am worried that it's something creating more damage based on the research I have done, like scouring every mechanic site and forum. It's just, I don't know. I've already spent a lot of money on the car, a lot of money at the vet that I still owe. I have issues with debt in the sense that I don't like to be in debt because I grew up poor, and I've done a lot to not be in debt in my adulthood. I went into a fair bit of debt when I was in college, just because of living expenses and stuff, and it took a few years to get out of that. and I've been debt-free for a few years now, at least a decade. Sorry, my allergies are killing me. I'm at my mom's house, and it always makes me allergic. Like, this is the home I grew up in, and I lived with allergies growing up, and they got better when I moved out, and they still get really bad when I come here. So it's definitely, like, I suspect the stuff she uses to clean that has always given me allergies. But I digress. So I have issues with getting into debt. Lots of, like, baggage, growing up poor and all that mess, like anxieties that are probably the fault of my mom. We all have our, traumas. If you hear that, those are ducks trying to get in. If you hear like weird knocking, those are the ducks knocking on her door. There's ducks in her building. They're demanding. So I'm at her house because she's in the hospital. That's today's situation. Today is the day after, it's Black Friday, it's the day after Thanksgiving in the US. And everything, she was kind of feeling a little off yesterday. And it's always on a holiday. Things always go wrong on a holiday. She's currently at, it's a hospital / urgent care, so she's in the urgent care side of it. She has chronic health issues. That's been like my whole life. Has been dealing with her chronic health issues. It's one of the reasons I live where I live. I need to be close enough to get there. Like, there's a lot of baggage to unpack here also about like where I am in my career and how a lot of my limitations have been tied to dealing with my mom, my grandmother now, who is bedridden. That's why I'm in the house and not at the hospital. So I'm watching my grandmother while my mom's in the hospital. And her cat is at the vet because among the many things is Oreo's mom, who is one of her outdoor cats that has mostly been indoors now for about a year and a half, maybe-ish. Maybe a little bit less than a year and a half. Definitely at least a year. She's been mostly indoors. Probably has a UTI or something. But the thing about getting a sick cat on Black Friday is that most vets in the area are closed. So I had to find the first vet that was open and available after driving to 3 vets, calling 2 others in the area. Everybody was closed, or one vet could maybe see me in the afternoon, and I was like, I don't know what the afternoon's gonna look like, so I need something now. So I am waiting to pick up a cat. I already know that I can pick her up, but I can't go get her until 2 o'clock because the office is closed. So I'm waiting for a call from my mom to see whether or not she gets discharged. Hoping she gets discharged, because if she doesn't get discharged, like I don't know how to help my grandmother. My grandmother is in the late stages of Alzheimer's. She can't walk, she can't move, she can't feed herself, she can't talk. She's bedridden and completely dependent, mostly asleep most of the time now. So this is a sad vlog overall, but it's been kind of just like a sad month, really. Like, I'm still like kind of mentally struggling with everything that's happened, and it just has been a roller coaster of stuff happening. And every time I feel like one of the things I need to get done has gotten done, some other thing comes around. I've literally had no breaks. I've taken any time off I have taken this month has been to deal with problems. I've had to take vacation time this month just to deal with problems. The car, the cats, my mom. I took a few hours on Wednesday because the way that the day was going, I knew I was going to need them, and it was just to deal with my mom. It was just I came down here twice. I had to deal with issues with her, and at no point, of course, does she tell me she's feeling sick. She doesn't tell me until late last night after dinner, after Thanksgiving dinner, that she feels sick. At which point I was like, well, this call is either going to come in the middle of the night or in the morning. And it was in the morning. And it was a text, which was stupid of her, I have to say, because I didn't see that text until like an hour later. So yeah, that's where we are today. I'm gonna try to string these clips together sometime this weekend. I also am so behind on just like life stuff. I have stuff that I have finished but haven't been able to like submit that is due. I have done 0 writing this month. Like, it just has not happened. First, because I just couldn't wrap my head around anything because I was just in such a deep depression, and then because everything just got kind of haywire, and I had like writing with deadlines that I'm getting paid for that needed to get done. So the priority for me is always like, if I'm getting paid for it now, that's the thing I have to work on. And while I, you know, I'm an advocate for keep going, keep striving for my writing career, I also realize that it's not paying me right now. It's a goal I'm gearing up for and going towards, but it's not paying me. So the things I have to get done first are the things that pay me. So that's my job, my freelance work. So that had to get taken care of. That's also why I haven't had time to even post on the blog or do anything in the last few weeks, because I've literally had no time for myself. And then we're shutting down the podcast next month, but I also have an episode that I haven't even taken notes for now coming up. That's also a long story. The decision was mutual, to be honest, because I was getting exhausted by it, but the decision was reached by the person who originally came up with the idea and the concept for the podcast to begin with. So she's the one who reached the decision, and I can't say that I'm disappointed, because honestly I've reached a point where I'm burned out with all this other extra stuff. Like, if it's not a passion project, I just don't have the time for it. And at this point, it just wasn't a passion project anymore, because it was never like how I would have done it, to be honest. Like, it's never been like the themes that I would have focused on, but it was kind of like what was agreed upon by the group. So that's also happening. But yeah, I mean, I have to at some point do that, but I'm so tired. So yeah, I am here waiting for my mother to call, or waiting for 2 o'clock to roll around. It's currently 1:05. One or the other will come first, and so if it's 2, I'll go and pick up Mimi, who's Oreo's mom. She's a cute little cat, and I do like her, and I would like to take her home to live with me, but I have agreed to take home a special needs kitten that turned up. Part of me is not ready for that, to be honest, because I've had multiple special needs cats, and I know the work involved. So I'm not 100% ready for that. But I also know that he needs it. If he checks out, if he's clean, we started some of the work. He's here getting dewormed and all that mess. So he's living at my mom's house until parasites are eliminated, and then we have to check him for viruses, because I don't want to take like FIV or anything like that home. So fingers crossed. I am hopeful that he has none of that so far. So far, none of the cats in this area have had any of that when I've adopted one or we've done any of that. Like, they've all checked out, but who knows? There's always a first. He has what I believe is cerebellar hypoplasia, just based on the way he walks, his symptoms and stuff. He's very shaky, and the doctor needs to run some more tests, but that's what we suspect. So I'll be adopting him probably late December, once he's cleared, once everything is out of his system. But he's very sweet, and he's very cute, and he's very cuddly. And he makes so much of a mess because of his problems. So I got to figure out how to mess-proof my home a little bit also when I prepare to take him home once he's cleaned out. So yeah, that's life lately. I know I have clips from other little moments throughout the month, but this is going to be a pretty random vlog. So thank you guys for watching. I hope your month has been better than mine, because this one's pretty exhausting, you know, just like there's really a lot of tears and a lot of tiredness overall for me. My mom's house is a mess, so being here is also a little uncomfortable sometimes. I'll see you guys later.